Hello, Evan Rand here, and today we're going to be working on a big project I've kind of been trying to put off here for a while, and that is installing additional lighting here in the dining room, everyone. Carpeted dining room, I might add. Currently, there's just the one center light here in this room, which, I mean, it gives light, Evan. It gives light. That's about all you can say. When you compare it to the living room side of it, where I've got 8 of these recessed lights, I mean, yes, Evan, that might be a little bit overkill, but I'm telling you, folks, it gives a nice, very even, no shadows. Just, yeah, and you can turn the lights up and down however bright you want. Got them on the dimmer switch there, of course, everyone, and yeah, that turned out really nice. Now, on this side of it, I'm planning on installing 4 lights. We're going to be changing out the center light here for something a little bit different here. The wife's got a light picked out here we're hopefully going to be putting up there. So stay tuned later in the video. I'll show you that, hopefully. Speaking of the center light, by the way, the wire for the center light just comes down, or about comes down through the ceiling of it. No box, no nothing. You know, back the way they did it back in the day, I guess, right, Evan? No boxes or nothing. Just stick the wire through the ceiling, and there you go. The connection is made up based on the base of the light. There's where the wire nuts are. For the locations, Evan, hopefully you can see I got 4 locations marked out here. And one of the things I'm probably going to do here first is I'm going to take that switch apart. I want to figure out where the wires are coming from. I was looking down in the basement, and the wires are not coming up from the basement that I can tell. So that means they got to be coming in from the top. So we're either dealing with a switch leg or, I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll have to take the box apart, figure it out, right? Okay, well, let's see what we're working with inside here. If it's switch leg, we'll probably only find the one wire, and they're using the white and the neutral. Or, sorry, the white and the black. Okay, what do we got? Oh, looks like there's more wires in here than just white and black. Looks like we got at least 2, so we probably have power coming in and power leaving, which is good. Okay, well, we got at least 2 wires in there, at least from what I can tell anyway. I don't want to get too much further in there because I don't know if you can tell them, but yeah, we got a little break in the insulation there. I don't know if that happened when I pulled it out or already was that way. Kind of hard to tell them, but you got these old metal boxes here and these outlets. I don't know. Never a good idea with metal boxes and something like this, if you ask me, Evan. Just not a good idea. Plastic. Let's go plastic. Far better. Okay, well, with that out of the way, Evan, I think we're going to start on what hopefully is going to be the hardest part of this job, Evan, and that is drilling holes up through the ceiling here for the recessed lights. Again, we're going to be installing 4 recessed lights. And just got to say, Evan, if you remember the install on this side of the room, Evan, this ceiling, Evan, is 4 effing flipping blanking inches thick, Evan. Yeah, that was no fun. I mean, that turned out to be a bit of a nightmare. Took, I don't know how long it took, but it took forever to drill out 8 holes. I was seriously regretting my decision to go with 8 lights here by the time I was finished with that one, because could have gone with 6, probably would have been fine. But alas, I went ahead and laid it out for 8, started out with 8, and it's kind of too late by the time I figured out that the ceiling was 4 inches thick, which I presume is what we're going to have on this side as well, so buckle up, everyone. Get ready. We're probably going to mute the audio because there's going to be an excessive, extreme amount of cursing going on here, no doubt. And, yeah, we're going to get ready to drill 4 holes. Now, everyone, outside of using explosives for this, let's go over our weapon of choice here on this one. I got my old trusty DeWalt 20-volt max drill here. I've got a small battery on it, so hopefully it won't kick me around too badly. Actually, you know what? I might even try to leave it in screw mode. We'll see. Probably not. I don't think it'll run in screw mode here. Screw mode has the ratchet on one, so, you know, if it does get caught, it'll ratchet out, but I don't think that'll work with this. Might try it, though. Our hole saw, though, 6-inch hole saw here. It is a grit-style hole saw, because we are cutting through plaster. And for anyone that knows anything about cutting through plaster, if you use a regular hole saw, that plaster will strip your teeth off your hole saw in probably about 1 hole. So you'll get 1 hole with that regular hole saw, and you'll be done. 1 hole. So don't do that. Don't use a regular hole saw on plaster. That is stupid. Get yourself a proper grit-style hole saw here, and you should be able to go through it no problem. In fact, this will probably go through it quicker than a regular hole saw will, because again, regular hole saw one, not going to go good with plaster. Plus, we got this dust shield oven, so that should contain most of the dust, hopefully. We'll see once how that goes. Well, but I don't want to jinx myself here, so I'm just going to say we got one more hole to drill, and then we'll be done. Well, but I don't want to jinx the rest of the project here, but that just went too easy. First off, everyone, this ceiling is not as thick on this side as it was this side. This side, everyone had 7 layers thick, almost 4 inches. This side, everyone was about 2.5 inches thick, 4 layers. So it was short, or no, 5. Well, technically 4 layers, Evan, because on this side, I didn't have to go through any of the furring strips. On this side, I'm going to have to go through a couple of furring strips on, I don't remember if it was all the lights or a couple of the lights, but on this side of one, with the exception of those two here, I pretty much missed all the furring strips of those. I got them just like a little bit, like just on the edge. That's why it took a little bit longer to drill those two, but here, everyone, I just off to the side, just missed it. Same thing on this light, just off to the side, just missed it, which means I probably got my lights in line, which hopefully they are. Speaking of being in line here, by the way, I just want to mention here, when I put the lights in on this side of one, I set them 36 inches off the wall. Well, now that this wall's been redone here, everyone, they're about 37 inches off the wall. To give you an idea of how thick the old wall here was compared to the new wall, the new wall is just 1/2 inch drywall. The old wall one was 1.5 inches of like plaster and drywall. Well, not drywall, plasterboard, I guess. Plasterboard and wire mesh. And speaking of wire mesh, there's wire mesh up in these here too. I want just so you can see what these look like here. This is, I think this is the top original layer. So this is the first 2 layers, the very top layers of one. So you can see we got a layer of probably plasterboard and then plaster. And then below that one, which also, by the way, I don't know, that is, I think that's, what is that? Shingle dust there, I think, which don't ask me how that got up in there, but then you notice that one too. This is the layer that we can see on the ceiling there. So we got another layer of plasterboard, wire mesh inside of that plaster. So yeah, one, no fun to drill through that. With that being said, one, this went through it like hot knife through butter, no problems at all. And I actually left it on the screw setting, which gives you the ratchet. So with the ratchet oven, that means it won't torque out on you, right? You won't end up twisting around and giving yourself whiplash or worse with this thing. Like last time, I managed to conk myself in the jaw. I think, was it the battery? I don't know if it was the handle or the battery, but I got myself in the jaw really good last time. Like I could feel it for the next couple of weeks there. I think it took my jaw out of a line or something. But fortunately, nothing like that here. This time went really nice and smoothly. Just breaking through, though, I did have to set it to the drill mode, so it wasn't ratchet, because, again, breaking through was a little bit uneven, and, yeah, anyway, worked really nice on it, really nice. And then I put, like I said, one of my older, smaller batteries on, too, so it didn't have quite as much torque as it normally does. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this light off. I'm going to drill a 4-inch hole up through the center there so I can put a box in there. Also, when I do that, hopefully we can see up in there and see what's going on as far as the wire. I'm presuming the wire, either it goes that way and then comes across, or it comes across and then goes that way. Unfortunately, I was hoping to see it with this light, but there's literally a joist right there. The joist is right there, so the wire must be, at least if it's coming this way, anyway, it must be on this side of the joist. It could also be going that way and then across too, either way. But unfortunately, I was hoping to see it, and no such luck. So, oh well. Yeah, we're going to take that light off and, like I said, drill a hole up through there. Unfortunately, this is my only source of light here in this room at this point. So once I take it down, there's not going to be any light in here. And, well, I don't know if you can see from outside, we are quickly losing our daylight here. Well, everyone, welcome to the next day here where it's at least a light outside and we can see what we're doing, because last night in the dark, Evan, I took the old switch and pried the old box out of there. Also cut the hole a little bit larger so I get my hand in there. Planning at least having a dual gang, maybe even a triple. We'll see once how this goes here in that hole anyway, so that should be fine. Also got the old light off, and I'm trying to run a new wire here, Evan, but having no success. I cannot budge that wire at all. The old wire, I don't think it's stapled up there at all, but it's running through the joists and down through the wall, and I cannot pull it. Somehow, I managed to get lucky with my office and do this here. I just, put a wire on it, pulled, and it actually came through the ceiling and through the wall and did its thing, but not having any such luck here. I cannot pull that wire. That wire will not budge at all. And I've really put some oomph into it. It will not budge. So, sitting here thinking, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet. We'll have to figure this out. So, give me some time here, everyone. Okay, after a couple of hours of thinking later and a few trips to the hardware store here, hopefully I get some more boxes here. I got a triple box here that's going to hopefully go in the wall here. This is a retrofit box here, or old work boxes they're sometimes called. Also, I already had this round box, everyone, for up in the ceiling there, but I don't know if you can tell. I don't think this box is going to work, or if it's going to, we're going to have to make some modifications, because there's no way these are going to grab up there. No way. So I grabbed a side mount one, although I don't know if this one's going to work either. We'll have to see once here. I don't know. We'll find out. Not sure. With that being said, it's got side. I don't know if you're going to be able to stick a wire in from the side here. We might actually have to drill a hole in through the top here or something. We'll see once. Anyway, we'll have to figure out something for that one, everyone. The plan here is I'm going to run three 14-3 wires from here over to the box over here, everyone. And then from this box over here, we're going to run from here up to the lights up here, everyone, because I can get from this box here to these lights. I cannot seem, I suppose if I wanted to cut some more holes, I could probably get to this box to those lights, but I don't really want to do that, so we're just going to simply go from this box over to there. So we're going to have three-way switches here. Of course, the one three-way is for this side. The one three-way is going to be for the recessed lights, and the third three-way is going to be for the center light. Okay, I'm switched over to the GoPro here so I can go hands-free. Now, down here, everyone, coming from the switch that's in the living room here, I already have two 14-3s. These are already pre-planned. I'm simply going to just add one more to this bunch here. So that shouldn't be too hard to do, hopefully. And hopefully these are cut long enough. We'll find out here. These were added in a couple of months ago, back when we did the living room electrical. I might have to drill one more hole through the floor that we'll see once I don't know if the hole that's in there is going to be big enough to accommodate a third 14-3 wire or not. We shall find out. And then let's grab our next one here a minute. So we're just going to grab a couple coils out here. I don't know, one more, two more? Let's see what's here. And then get this uncoiled. Pardon the messy basement, everyone, but a lot of projects going on here, and yeah, the basement has definitely suffered. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to keep these neat as they go through the ceiling here, Evan, hopefully, which I don't know if you can see. I've already got holes drilled up here, so going through the joist there. Should be all the holes we need, hopefully. And then there is also a hole up in the, I don't know if you can see it there or not. Probably a little too dark for the camera to pick that up, but there's a hole going up into the wall already. Now, these wires are really twisted for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, but see if we can untwist them a little bit. Okay, make sure all three wires here are properly labeled. I got this one labeled as Traveler 3. The other ones are 1 and 2. For those of you who don't know, by the way, when it comes to three-way switches here, the wires that run between the three-way switches are often referred to as travelers. So we got travelers 1, 2, and 3 here. So we're going to start running these through the ceiling, and I'm going to try to keep them as neat as possible, just because, again, there's 3 of them. So let's see how this goes here. Okay, I'm gonna ended up taping these together here just to keep them from being too unruly. Hopefully that'll help here, because yeah, these 3 wires are just not wanting to cooperate nicely. Make sure we're running where we want to here a minute. And let's see, yep, we're to the one where we want to be to already. So we'll pull it all the way through here a minute. Maybe. I'm gonna try to leave enough slack here so we can, I want to back this up and staple it probably about in here somewhere. That should be pretty good. And you can see even with them taped together, I mean, they're still already trying to be very unruly. And let's see, we need to go up and over. Actually, let me double check, make sure this is still in the orientation I want it. Looks good, looks good. So I want it coming across like that. So we need to go up and over this, but over that. One good thing about the bunch of wires here, it does help hold it all together. Okay, we'll get a couple staples and start stapling this up here a minute. Well, I thought I had some bigger staples, but I cannot find them, so I'm just using my trusty old DeWalt here. We're putting in a couple of these staples, which probably technically are not quite big enough for 3 wires, but they should hold no problem. Plus, we got it taped together. Okay. If I really wanted to, I could probably get one up in there yet. Which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see if we can do that here in a minute. Using the little grabbers here on the DeWalt. There we go. Now we'll come across the other side. I don't know if I can get in this one or not. It'll be a little bit tighter. Nope. A little too tight, Evan, a little too tight. Let's go down a little bit more, that should be fine. Okay. And if we get one more over here yet, we should be good. What I can do here, maybe I was loop this up over here and that'll help hold it a minute. And we get one more staple. These wires will cooperate. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to go up in the wall. Well, this wire is thick as it is. I wonder if we can get this to go up in here straight, which might be fun, I don't know, but we shouldn't need to pull or fish this at all. Maybe. Famous last words, Evan. Come on, straighten out. Stop going in there crooked. Trick is going to be keeping this straight, Evan. Well, we might have got it. We'll see once. Okay, and verdict is, look at that, Evan. Look at that. There it is right there. Perfect. See if we can actually push that back down a little bit. Oh, and I gotta be careful here too. Those wires are live there. Whoops. And I don't like those wires. Don't like them. Not these wires, the ones that are wrapped in red tape here that are suspicious and old. There we go, Evan. Yeah, we got a little extra wire, but I wouldn't say excessive. I think I did pretty good measuring that here. Like, I think it was like 6 months ago I did that, Evan, so perfect. Okay, but now that we're back upstairs here, I'm going to go ahead and cut in this old box here, this old retrofit box in here. I've got it cut out for about a double wide box here at this point. That was simply so I could get my hand in there. That had nothing to do with the box size, that one. Also, I've got that old wire back in here. This one we're just going to cut off and abandon. There's nothing to that one. However, the other one is live, everyone, so I'm going to probably like really wrap that one in tape good and leave it in there, I guess. What are you supposed to do with it? I mean, I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it comes from. I could possibly try to trace it, figure out which one of these boxes around here it's coming out of, everyone, and disconnect it, but that's probably going to cause about as much trouble as just leaving it in the wall. So I think we'll just leave it in the wall and cover it up. Okay, I know it's starting to get dark in here, but hopefully you can see this, and this is why I don't like leaving this wire in the wall here. You notice how the insulation's all cracked and broken on there? Yeah, but oh well. I don't know where it comes from, everyone, and I don't know where to go about disconnecting it. I don't have a way of pulling it out. And even if I was to try to go to find out what box it comes from, everyone, trying to disconnect it in that box would probably be just as destructive as just, well, taping this up. Well, actually, it'd probably be less safe than just taping this up and leaving it in here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap a bunch of tape around it as much as I can there and just tuck it back in there. Okay, well, we'll see once if this will fit here. We'll also try to get all the wires through here. So we got Traveler 2. Traveler 2 is going to go to the middle. Come on. There we go. And then let's see. Traveler 1 is probably going to be the living room lights. So we'll put that over on the far side here. Really not going to be that many little wires in this box. I mean, the other box is going to be the one that might be a bit of a problem here. In fact, I might start having to watch my box fill here when it comes to that. And of course that one's going to be there we go. Now, moment of truth, having will those catch? That is going to be the problem, maybe. I do believe it grabbed. Excellent. Oh, this one does not get me warm. Nope. That one did not grab, everyone. Nope. Okay. It's a bummer because this one grabbed. Looks like it should, too. I did my best having to chisel out in behind there so it'd have something to grab onto, but you never know with it sometimes. There we go, that one grabbed. Oh, I think we'll be good this time. Yep. Go. Last one. I think we're good. I can actually see that one. Excellent. 4x4 one, we got the box in. We'll just let the wires hang there for now. That should be fine. Now we need to go over to the other side and start working on that one. So over at this box, we're going to have the same 3 wires come up into this box. Slightly different order though, of course. Traveler 1's going to be on this side. Traveler 3 will be on that side. And then we have, let's see, they should be marked here somewhere, hopefully, right? Uh-oh. Hopefully they're marked somewhere. I thought they were. I could have swore I marked these. That's going to be fun, everyone. I don't see a mark on them. Well. Okay, that'll be fun. Anyway, Traveler 3 is laying down there, which I don't think I marked this end yet, did I? Nope. That one's laying down there. We need to run that up into the box. Also, what I have here at the moment, everyone, I've got a second switch in here. My intentions were to only have 3 switches here. The third switch being essentially a smart switch. At the moment, I'm going to have this smart switch set up to control the tree. Yep, there we go. Takes a second for that all to turn on. Plus, it also turns on all the rest of the Christmas lights as well. So I kind of like having the idea of having like a smart switch here that I can use for whatever I want to use it for. That's kind of one of the beauties of these case of switches. Yes, it can actually, like turn lights on and off, but then you can also just use it as a smart switch to control any one of the other numerous smart devices you may have, and that's what I'm doing with this switch here. So for now, that switch is going to come out and go away. And I'm thinking maybe in the future, everyone, maybe what I'll do is I'll put another box over here. I think there's room for that. Oh, I just got to make sure I put that up high enough. Okay, so noted. Just make sure I put it up high enough, everyone. And maybe I'll put another, just a box here for like the smart switch. And that'll just be a separate box. I thought about putting a 4 one in here, but 4 switches, that gets to be a lot of switches, everyone. So I like the idea of having a separate box here with just essentially a switch that we can use for anything.